Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Wednesday the 1st of June 2022 and I'm just on light stuff for the next few days because my shoulder's killing. So we've got this bit that I did and welded these locking collars on so that that can be secured to the drive shaft. Something else I want to do is I want to use a weight like this at the opposite end of the drive shaft. Down there, the opposite end of the drive shaft, which will act as a kind of balancer. Now, you could weld some kind of bearing on either end so that it would work more as a freewheel, so that as the blades accelerated, this would slowly start spinning and it would catch up. But I've thought about that quite a lot, and I think it's going to be better if I fix it in some way. And because it's got an unusual size, I'm going to have to cut a strip of this, which works out just about right. As you can see, I was wondering how to do it, but then I thought, there must be a simple way. So what I've got to do is that needs to be cut, and then one of those good old boys will get welded on either side. So the idea is we'll have one of those welded on either side of this disc, and then they can be trapped in between two more of these. So we'll have one either side welded onto the weight, taking account of the spacing here, hopefully properly, to get it as level as possible. Then on the shaft we can use two of these to keep this assembly, and then we can use these bolts to lock it, or we can have it rotating by just locking the two outer bolts. That's what the multimeter's saying. It was 25. It's probably, yeah, it's about right, 25. This end may have had a little bit ground off it to let the bearings or the whatever over this without sticking too much. I'm going to try just cutting out the right size. Very gentle tap with a hammer. Oh, look at that, lovely. Actually, this will do the job, won't it? A little tap. So you can see that's not bad. Shows you how simply we can do stuff sometimes, rather than thinking of a complicated. So when we squeeze those together and weld that on, what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to use something like this to scrape out that which we won't want in there. Just to show you the other side. Obviously that's going to go snug up against that side. That's snug up against that side. Sweet. I will actually use this. We'll push that over and we'll sandwich another one there, so we'll be using about 5. So now we know when we push that one up and that one on top. So we'll be squeezing them together, and it'll be this one and this one that will be welded onto the 7.5 kilo weight. Sweet. Sound a bit clumpy, but I'm sure it'll be better when we got the collars welded on. And this is why we're trying to get the bigger blades on, because there's not enough wind at the moment to move those small ones. So I'm going to get a couple of tacks on this using a 2.5mm rod, and then I'll switch over to a 3.2mm for the actual welding. So this collar is tightened. Whoa, that's hot. That one is loose. This is something to keep it flat, and that one is tightened. So the one I'm actually welding is loose, because when you tighten them up, sometimes they move a bit. We're going to try power level 6. Yeah, I call it power level 6 for the 2.5mm rods, and then I'll crank it up to 9 for the 3.2mm. So we've got to avoid the area too close to the bolt.